Nola Jet here at Mikee Seafood, yeah!
Welcome to Nola Jet. Let the good times roll. In this episode, we're at Mikee Seafood, located in Gulf Shores, Alabama, which has been serving good food and good times since 1987. This episode was planned to be a fun dinner out with friends, but let me go ahead and warn you, it is quickly going off the rails and maybe anger some of you out there. So get your comment typing fingers warmed up as we will dive into the sensitive issues surrounding the complicated topics of gumbo, Creole food, and Cajun food, which is sure to stir up the passions of many folks around the world who have strong opinions on these topics. All right, we got the goat, the major, and Nola Jet. Cheers!
Hey, y'all want me to take a picture of you guys?
I know, I was thinking.
So we made some new fans as we were waiting at the bar for our table to be prepared. And we also saw a familiar sign in the background at the bar, the Aaron Rose of New Orleans, a great bar in the French Quarter. And we got photobombed by one of our fans there. So we got the notification that our table was ready, and so we journeyed back through the very crowded restaurant to get to our table. This place was definitely full of hungry people enjoying some good dinner tonight. So we have this nice room over here, so it's right here. Major already got there. They have some nice artwork on the walls here. They do a great job of decorating the area in here. And it's always good to see all the saltwater fish when you sit down as well. The menu is huge here. We're not going to really go into too much detail with it because it's so huge. It has so much on it. We don't have time to cover it in this video. But there should be something on here that would make most people happy. It's a lot of seafood, obviously, a lot of drink specials. And the drink special menu might almost be as big as the food menu. So a lot of stuff to have a lot of fun in here for any sort of event that you're having. Whether you're just having dinner or you're having some drinks as well. We were sticking with just beer to go with our food tonight. So both the Major and I decided to get a seafood gumbo while the goat decided to get a salad. And my gumbo has arrived. Let's check it out.
So Major, how is it?
I don't know yet.
Ah.
Had him at Tabasco.
Well, give it a taste. Give it a taste.
Tastes like gumbo with Tabasco.
Very good. And goat, how's your salad?
Very good. You can't beat it.
Very nice.
So whenever people from New Orleans order gumbo outside of New Orleans, we always find it to be an interesting experience. Major was also being way too slow with the Tabasco sauce, and I needed it as well. This gumbo does seem to have an above average amount of rice in it, so you might want to order the rice on the side if you don't like a lot of rice in yours. And then there is a decent amount of seafood in there as well, though. But I always like to put a little Tabasco in there to give it a little extra kick. So you might want to try that too. So this definitely is not as good to me as a New Orleans gumbo. And most people that live in New Orleans do rarely find a gumbo outside of New Orleans that they will rank above any of our favorite gumbo spots that we have in New Orleans. And then the same thing seems to happen with our Cajun friends from the Acadiana region that prefer their Cajun style gumbo over the New Orleans Creole style gumbo. And then we have different types of gumbo with ingredients varying from an all seafood gumbo to a seafood with sausage to a meat gumbo with chicken and sausage, duck, all sorts of variations on it. So there's just a whole wide variety of things and a whole wide variety of tastes. And this gumbo here is what we kind of determined to be more of a Gulf Coast gumbo that can vary in many ways from what we're used to in Louisiana. With perfect timing, as we finished our appetizers, the main entrees arrived, and some big piles of delicious looking food here. So let's go and check out what we're getting here. This looks great.
Seafood platter?
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. I had the front open and I think that's salad. Don't hold me to that. That has to be
So the goat and I both got the blackened amberjack special, and the major got the big huge plate of the fried seafood platter. So here comes my amberjack, and this is a huge plate of food. All right, everybody's trying to strategize about how we're gonna finish all this. This is a big pile of food. So the coleslaw at least looks healthy, my fish looks healthy, then I have a big pile of fried okra and hush puppies to dig into and finish off. The fish is certainly very well cooked. It's cooked in a different way than I've ever seen amberjack cooked before. I've never seen my amberjack quite turn this shade of reddish coloring as it has. So I guess that might be the spices that they used with it. The fish is a bit overcooked for my taste. It's a little tougher than I'm used to with any other amberjack I've had before. So I would say it's maybe just a bit overcooked, but the flavor is still decent. It's just definitely not the best amberjack I've ever had. So I'm not sure if it's the cooking method or just maybe it was the specific fish. So overall though, it still is an easy eating piece of fish. It's just a little more chewy than I'm used to with amberjack. So maybe it's a marinade or something else they've done to it, or however they cook it here, which is a little bit different than I'm used to. But I've eaten amberjack in many places here in Gulf Shores and nearby and many other places. So this definitely is a different kind of amberjack than I've ever had before, the way they prepared this. But it isn't bad, it's just different and a little chewier. And then the overall piece of fish is larger, actually, than you often get with an amberjack. So that's a positive. So a little bit of negative with the toughness, but a positive with the larger size. Overall, it's not a bad dinner, and you do get a lot of stuff here. So I certainly would eat dinner here again because this is quite a generous portion here. And ooh, this okra is quite well done as well. So this is some very nice, delicious okra. So this is a lot of okra they give you too, so you're not going away hungry today. And then we've got hush puppies. So for those of you who don't know, a hush puppy is just some fried cornmeal. Just put a little remoulade sauce on it. I'm gonna bite it in half so you can see what's on the inside. So some places will put jalapenos and corn and other things inside of them. Here they've just stuck with the old-fashioned plain cornmeal, nothing extra on the inside. I think it's a little more fun though when they put the corn and jalapenos in there. And just go ahead and smash that subscribe button and destroy that like button if you're having fun so far.
I stole Major's oyster, yeah. This is really excellent fried okra, but you know what improves fried okra? A little remoulade, yeah.
Oh, there's my tartar. I didn't know set that down. So I got a little tartar. Maybe a ton of okra. I know you're supposed to, but that's one thing I don't put in gumbo is okra.
Look at okra.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Oh no, the Major has violated dinner protocol and wandered into the dangerous issue of gumbo ingredients.
All right, y'all just heard it first. Wait, repeat what you just said, Major. What did you say about gumbo? You thought
When I
gumbo
make
and
gumbo, I leave the okra out.
Major, you do understand there's two forms of gumbo, right? We have both a filet gumbo and a okra gumbo. Did you know that? Did you know there's two kinds?
I really don't care.
But have you heard of filet gumbo before?
I've heard of it, sure.
So do you know what filet is?
Why don't you explain it to us?
It's ground up sassafras. So you can either have a filet or an okra, or some people use both. But you're saying you don't like okra, which is fine.
I love okra. I just don't like it in my gumbo.
Well, have you ever tried both? Have you tried a filet and an okra?
Well, No, legit. I guess I have not. So
Well, there you go. That's a new culinary tradition to try. And the Cajun gumbo is different than the Creole gumbo of New Orleans, and you haven't been to the Cajun land yet to explore with me and the goat yet. So, the goat has a friend that has a crawfish farm. And not only does he have a crawfish shirt, he has a crawfish farm friend. So we're all going to go and explore the Cajun lands together if we get the major to agree to this right now.
I have to ask permission.
Okay, so the major might go with us to the Creole land of New Orleans first, and then go to the Cajun lands of Acadiana and Louisiana. So we'll see what he does. He's going to learn all about the gumbos and the food. The food is similar but very different between Cajun and Creole. It's a frequent argument we have here. Goat, are you Creole or Cajun?
Creole.
Ah, see, New Orleans is Creole. The Cajuns are Kunas brothers. They do the Cajun food. Paulford home, Cajun, with a little Creole influence. We have a little mixed back and forth, but there's a big difference. Creole. So you've had the Cajun gumbo. Do you prefer the Cajun gumbo or the Creole gumbo? Creole gumbo. Me too. I prefer the Creole gumbo. Cajun gumbo is like thick, just roux.
Been around since like the Native Americans used it, sassafras ground up, then to make it in their gumbo.
It's interesting.
Whereas so I love the Creole gumbo. It's fantastic. Being from New Orleans, it's all about Creole, European style. A little bit of filet and the Trinity goes a long way.
So you're saying Cajuns aren't European?
Absolutely. Your Creole's European. All good.
So's Cajun.
Cajun's more country.
Country European.
It's country.
European.
Oh, bless my holy Trinity and Goat's little heart with that statement. All of my Cajun friends and relatives, please comment below and give Goat your thoughts on his statement saying that Cajun food is not European food based. At least I have some coleslaw now, so we're going to enjoy that for a second.
Right
Tastes like kimchi.
And I really like kimchi, so this is some of the best coleslaw I've ever had. Really great. So I think what Goat was really trying to say is that the New Orleans Creole food is based on traditional European French cooking techniques from haute cuisine, whereas the Cajun style is more based on a simpler European country cooking style with less fancy ingredients. And everybody's favorite moment of the night arrived with the bill. And for my 3 beers and my gumbo and amberjack entree, my portion of the bill was $42.29 before tip. So the Goat and I finished our plates, but Major here is getting a little to go. He's pretty full. He's tired, he's full, it's all good. But he's the only one coming out with extra treasure. So sadly, the dinner was over and it was time to go home, and we needed to go to sleep to wake up early the next day. And we'll see if the Major ends up going to explore the Cajun lands of Louisiana with us. So comment below and let us know if you think he should go with us.
Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you would just click on the little circle here with a picture of my head in there and subscribe to the No Legit channel, it would really help me a lot. I really appreciate it. Thank you.